we're going to be making a sun Feltie with an adorable smile. So this tutorial is for people who have never made Felties before and are curious as to how they work. I'm going to show you how to do this on a small, this is a Brother SE400. This is how I started. I wasn't sure how much I would use an embroidery machine, so I went ahead and got an embroidery sewing machine hybrid to start working on small projects. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a Feltie today. So I have my hoop here. I also have this tearaway stabilizer, and I'm going to put that onto my hoop, and I'm going to push it down to secure it. Make sure it's nice and firm in there. I'm going to tighten up my hoop so it keeps my stuff nice and tight. I'm going to bring that on back over to my machine, and I'm going to go ahead and load this on. So the first thing that's going to stitch out onto this design is going to be a placement stitch. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a stitch that's going to show you exactly where our Feltie is going to be, so we know where to put our felt down. So it doesn't matter what color this is, you're never going to see it. This is just for our reference only, so we can make sure we put our felt down in the right spot. So let's go ahead and run that first step. So I'm going to take this off just so you can see what our placement stitch looks like. So if you can see, it's this sun here. So all we're going to do is go ahead and put our felt down over it. So like I said, reference stitch only. That's the only practical use it has. So now we're going to actually start. Put our felt down, we're going to float it, which means it's just going to sit here, and we're going to go ahead and do the next step, which is going to start to draw our sun. Great, now this is tacked down our sun, and I'm going to go ahead and quickly run through the next two steps, which is going to be the eyes, smile, and cheeks. I'm going to speed that up. All you have to do is switch out the colors each time for each step. So for instance, I'm going to do black eyes and a black smile, and then I'm going to do pink cheeks. So I'll just go ahead and switch them out. So we're going to go ahead and just rush through that and get to the end part. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you now what this looks like. So as you can see, here's our sun circle and this cute little cheeks, eyes, and a smile. So the next and final step to making a Feltie is we're actually going to secure the felt on the back. So we're going to put felt onto the back of this. So when you turn this over, you kind of see it's kind of ugly. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I've got this 505 temporary adhesive, which I like to use, and it's going to stick my felt onto the back. So I got my felt here. I'm going to do this little spray, and it's going to stick. I'm going to press that down, and it's going to hold it in place, so that way we can kind of sandwich these two pieces together. So there you go, see front. And we got the back covering all of our stitches. So let's go ahead and load that back onto our machine. Perfect. And our final step is going to make our rays, and the rays are going to secure the front to the back. So let's go ahead and run our final step. and my machine said we were finished sewing. So now we're going to go ahead and take our hoop off of the machine completely. And this is what it should look like. Cute. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this and I'm going to show you how we go ahead and just cut it up and make it look nice and pretty. Okay, so I took my hoop off the machine. I ripped away all that stabilizer, and it's pretty easy. Just rip it as much as you can off away from your Feltie. And then this is what you got afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean up these extra threads. And now we're actually going to cut our Feltie out. I'm going to use these Fiskars scissors. I actually got these at Joann as part of like a bundle pack. One was for a regular pair of fabric shearing scissors and the other with these fine detailed ones. They're super sharp. They have these awesome little divots here and these tiny points that get you real close to stuff. So I like using them for my smaller projects where I want a really clean cut. Sharp scissors give you very clean results also. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. And when I cut straight up and down, as you can see, as much as possible. And I also turn with my left hand. Turn with your non-scissor hand. It gives you the best results. Don't turn the scissors. Turn with your other hand. So as much as possible, I try to use my left hand to turn. And this I find gets you the best results. Because turning the scissors is kind of hard because it's like a straight line. It's easier to curve things with your other hand. So, and turn it. And I'm just going to cut all these little points out. Cut straight up and down. When you turn your scissors to cut in an angle, for instance, if you turn this way, you'll have more of like an underbite. And you'll see more of the bottom layer than the top. And if you go too far this way, the opposite, you'll have like an overbite. I like it to be just straight up and down. Boom. And there we go. Now we have these fine little points. I'm telling you, the scissors make the difference. Make sure you got nice sharp scissors, and now our Feltie's done. It's ready for whatever project you have. You can use it in a quiet book. You can use it to make hair clips, hair bows. These are offered in a variety of sizes. So for instance, this is my 1.5 size. This is 1 3/4. And then this is going to be my 2-inch size. So these are the 3 sizes that I offer. They're great for different things. I thought of various projects you can use them for. You can use them in the classroom. You can, for instance, have a calendar when you're teaching about the weather and have different, you know, when it's a sunny day, you get to put this up for that day as being sunny. Get clouds and it would be a cloudy day. Some raindrops for rain. A rainbow when you saw a rainbow that day. You can get different stuff for the calendars in the classroom as well. Flags for Independence Day, you know, hat for President's Day, whatever it might be. The possibilities with Felties are endless. This is a project that's great for a beginner and it can work on a 4x4 small machine. So if you're not ready to commit to something big and get a real big fancy machine, you can do this. So you know what? Let me know if you come up with anything super creative. And I hope you want happy crafting.